10 things you didn't know about Zion Williamson. Before we start, I would like you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Slam Dunk Central. It all started while Zion was still playing in high school after his unbelievable dunking highlights caught fire on social media, quickly becoming one of the most popular basketball influencers. Today, he can make headlines for doing practically anything that gets recorded, including sneezing or telling a girl she's cute. Zion receives a ridiculous amount of press everywhere he attends, whether it's an AAU game, a summer league workout, or walking out of a grocery store. Here are 10 unknown things about Zion Williamson. Number 1. Zion's mom was accused of taking bribes from Nike. Rumors surfaced that Zion had been receiving cash under the table when an attorney named Michael Avenatti accused Zion's mom of taking money for consulting services from Nike that really served as a bribe to get Zion to commit to Duke. While Duke is apparently investigating the matter, many feel it's a false accusation that served as a publicity stunt. Number 2. Zion started dunking when he was 5'9". Hops have been a key part of Zion's game. Zion started dunking when he was only 5'9" in the beginning of the 8th grade. The slam dunk juggernaut began practicing in middle school. Fortunately for Zion, he grew from 5'9" in the 8th grade to 6'7" in his senior year of high school. Number 3, Zion had a strict routine at 9 years old. When Zion was only 5 years old, he was fully committed to doing whatever it took to get a D1 offer from a major program and become an NBA prospect. At 9, he decided to take his training up a notch by waking up every morning at 5 a.m. for basketball training. Zion had an elite level of dedication while he was still in elementary school. Most grown men and women never had this amount of discipline, and now all those countless hours of hard work have paid off. Respect. Number 4. He knew he was going to be a basketball star from the age of 5. Most 5-year-olds know they're going to be firefighters and ninjas, and they'll usually outgrow these lofty ideas. When Zion Williamson was 5, he knew he was going to be a basketball star, and he never really showed any sign that he might change his mind. According to USA Today, Williamson was making plans to be a star when most kids are still trying to figure out how to draw a star. While still a kindergartner, he told his stepdad he was going to play college basketball and become the #1 player in the country. Credit to Williamson's stepdad, who took his stepson's ambition seriously and signed him up for the Summer Falcons AAU team, where he was the only 5-year-old on a team that otherwise consisted entirely of 9-year-olds. By the age of 9, Williamson was getting up at 5 a.m. every day to run drills and practice shots. Number 5. He comes from a super athletic family. Zion Williamson isn't the first person in his family to become an athlete. According to USA Today, his biological father, Lateef Williamson, who was 6'5", played college football, first for North Carolina State and then for Livingston College. His mom, Sharonda Sampson, is 5'10" and was a college track star at Livingston College. She told USA Today that she could jump 6 feet in the high jump, so that's probably where Williamson gets it. Williamson's stepdad, Lee Anderson, was a college athlete too. He played basketball at Clemson, so Williamson owes much of what he knows about the game to his stepdad's early guidance. Number 6, his mom was his middle school coach. She's pretty humble about it now, but Sharonda Sampson has a lot to do with her son's rise to fame. According to the News and Observer, she is a middle school physical education teacher and was the coach of his middle school basketball team, and a coach of all his recreation teams too. When Williamson played for Jonakin Middle School in Marion, South Carolina during the 7th and 8th grade, Sampson helped him achieve an average of 20 points per game. Sampson says her son was an unusually level-headed player for a middle schooler. You know, middle school boys learning how to play basketball. If 2 boys run at you, chances are you're going to turn the ball over, Sampson told the News and Observer. Number 7, he has a half-brother who is 13 years younger. Zion Williamson dominates the court, but on the sidelines, his brother rules. That's because his baby brother, whose name is Noah, is super cute, and sometimes Williamson just can't compete. In 2017, USA Today ran a whole story about how Noah, then 3 years old, slept in Williamson's stepdad, Lee Anderson's arms while Anderson was coaching an AAU game. Noah managed to sleep through all the hoopla on the arms of his dad, USA Today said. And of course, social media went wild because social media loves cute babies, especially sleeping ones. Was Williamson annoyed that his little brother stole his thunder? Noah was born 13 years after Williamson, so there seems to be very little in the way of sibling rivalry. Williamson dotes on the kid like a proud papa, said ESPN. The age gap matters. Number 8, he had a freakishly huge growth spurt. Williamson had no idea he was going to be huge until his junior year, according to GQ. He didn't really start gaining weight until his last 2 years of high school, and when that growth spurt finally started, it was kind of out of control. As a freshman, he says, he was just 6'3" and 175 pounds. I was small, he told GQ, and over the course of about 2 years, I picked up 100 pounds. He also grew up pretty quickly vertically. Between the 8th grade and the age of 16, he gained 10 inches in height. For most of us, gaining 100 pounds is bad news, but Williamson says the extra weight helped his gain. People always say you have to grow into your body, he said, but for me, it wasn't even growing into my body. The more weight came, it didn't faze me. It made me faster, stronger. It helped me become a more versatile player. Number 9, he likes to watch cartoons with his mom. Watching Zion Williamson on the court, it's easy to forget that he was a child not that long ago. In fact, he still has a few endearing childish qualities, which his mom wasn't afraid to share with a Deadspin reporter. And when we get time alone, he'll come over and we'll watch the cartoon called Naruto. Naruto, for the uninitiated, is a Japanese manga show about an orphan who becomes a badass ninja warrior. So that's adorable. In fact, Williamson has a pretty sweet relationship with his mom, the sort of relationship that all moms hope to one day have with their sons. He told North State Journal that he credits her for so much of his success as a player and thought of her as his first team was celebrating their win over Florida State in the ACC Tournament Championship game. Number 10, his name came up in the college basketball corruption scandal. In the upside-down world of college sports, schools aren't allowed to give money or other perks to players or potential players. On the flip side, colleges stand to make a ton of money off their star athletes, so they sometimes bend or break those rules. In fact, if the ongoing college basketball corruption scandal is any indication, they do it pretty regularly. A lot of names have come up since this particular scandal came to the public's attention, and Zion Williamson was one of them. In October 2018, Dan Wetzel from Yahoo Sports reported that Adidas employee Merle Code had discussed Williamson with Kansas assistant coach Curtis Townsend in a recorded phone call before Williamson decided to sign with Duke. "Between me and you," Code reportedly said, "he's asking for opportunities from an occupational perspective. He's asking for cash in the pocket, and he's asking for housing for him and his family." This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.